Hello guys, Richie here from Just Play Games. We've concluded round 4 of the Justice Series GT. The players are out there now deploying in round 5. So we're going to do a quick state of play at the end of round 4, talk through the standings and then the matchups for the players who are all in the hunt for the podiums going into round 5 before the tournament's up.
Pretty open still.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of players in the hunt still. So let's go through the standings. We're going to start at the bottom of the 120 pointers. So these are the chaps who have got 4 major wins, basically. Three major wins at this point, yeah. And then there's the soft scores have gone on for painting that people have achieved. So Will Spencer's currently sat in 12th. So Will we've had on, he done a list tech yesterday. This was the Shooting Stormcast Eternals army, so he's in 12th. We've got Rob Hull on 11th. This was Legions Nagash.
Lone Nagash player.
This is the Nagash one, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Tom Lee's on Moonclan Grots in 10th place.
Yeah.
Andy Lampkin, Moonclan Grots on 9th. So Tom's got a lot more grots than Andy. Andy's just Squigs. Tom's Squigs with Bounders. So 8th place, we've got JP Stevens on Arneth Deepkin. He's playing a list quite similar to James Tinsdale's, a 5-drop one around Namarti Corps.
15 heals and a bunch of throws.
Yeah, we spent the full 2,000 points, not took any command points. 7th is Gary Percival. He's hanging in there with the Carriage Overlords, coming off a loss in the last round, take him out for contention for the win, but hopefully still fight for a podium with them. 6th, Gaz Holmes, playing Stormcast Eternals. This is another Annals of Helden Hammer army, right?
Yes.
This is a 20 of the case unit one to fight multiple times in combat.
Backed up by sub-ballistas, and so he had a really tough game last round against Kyle Brunskill's Dragon Lords. It looked like he was just completely out of the game, but he just managed to hang in there and just finish everything off and just took it on VP.
Excellent. So 5th now, Nathan Foster.
Yeah.
Our very own Italian who's flown over. Not Italian.
Not really.
He's on Daughters of Cain, Sister Slaughter list. James Chalmers from the Newcastle Warlords. He's in 4th after just coming off a loss on table 1. He again just been knocked out of contention now on his Stormcast Eternals. Tony Moore in 3rd. Now Tony breaks the trend here. Tony's got a few more extra points because he's on 4 wins, but one of them's a minor. Tony on the Flesh Eater Courts. And then we've got Chris Young on the Daughters of Cain, who managed to beat Gary Percival. Done an interview with those two earlier on, so he's on Daughters of Cain also.
2nd place,
Yeah, and then Mike Wilson currently in the lead with the highest strength of schedule right now. He's on a Host of Slaanesh. So that's the standings as it is right now. We've got some rounds. We'll go through now some of the pairings, and if you could fly us through them, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. So we'll start with table 1. So table 1, Mike Wilson facing off against Chris Young. 2 very fighty armies. Chris' army is Kyle LeBron, which has done well all this weekend. Although now, against the Slaanesh, largely useless army bonus compared. Mike's army maybe a little bit more fighty. Well, it's probably quite a lot more fighty than Chris's at this point, really. So certainly all to play for. There's a Marathi in there. Yeah. See if Mike manages to whispers off another Marathi this time. Yeah. So I think Mike's probably a bit favoured in that match. I think Mike's probably also got the experience advantage as well, so it's probably looking good for Mike's event at this point.
If I was going to press to pick, it would be.
Yeah, it's going to be a better man, but I think still could go either way. Daughters of Cain is still a great army. Snake's really good. He's got plenty of shooty snakes in there as well, which squishy Slaanesh stuff doesn't really like. So if he can manage to shoot that Keeper of Secrets or maybe even the Fiends off, could have a good shout.
Playing focal points, we should say as well in round 5.
Focal points in Gairan, So there is, there's a big spell there as well, a big teleport that could work for either of them. Yeah, with the big monsters there too.
Flesh of Stone would be nice for them as well.
Table 2. So Tony Moore is playing James Chalmers. So again, this is a Stormcast Eternals, lots of Dracolines, lots of shooting. Against the Flesh Eater Court. It's not quite as heavy on the shooting as some of the others.
No, it's triple ballista and ordinator, so it's lacking a little bit.
But it's still quite a lot of shooting.
No, it's got enough.
Yeah, certainly. So again, that interesting to see how that pan out. Flesh Eater Courts have no problem just taking all the Stormcast off the board. But equally, shooting is not what Feck really want to see. So I think that one could go either way as well. Table 3, Andy Lampkin against Nathan Foster. So Andy's Squigalanch against Nathan's Sisters of Slaughter, Daughters of Cain. Andy's army quite fighty, but like Hagnar against another fighty army is just so difficult.
The army's got like no saves, it's quite soft.
Yeah, and I think...
One army wants to do mauls, he's got to save against it.
Yeah. A lot of... so I would say that looking quite favourable for the Daughters of Cain there as well.
Have they got more models as well in a real...
In a real sense,
model,
yeah.
You know, model is very important in this mission, aren't they? So
yeah. Daughters of Cain, surprisingly, looking like the best army in any matchup with two armies. Never seen that before. So table 4, Gary Percival's Kharadron Overlords against Rob Hull's Nagash. I would not like to be playing that game.
No.
It's one of them, you know, Kharadron Overlords, massively shooty army, great. There's so much stuff in the meta that they just lose to. Right, they just lose to Deepkin.
Yeah.
They just lose to Daughters, pretty much. You know, they lose to top tier armies, but one of the top tier armies, Death, is just deathly afraid of them.
It is, yeah.
And I would say it's probably largely impossible to win that game.
Do you think?
For Death, I don't think I could ever win that game in a million years. I don't think anyone could really, because Nagash is dead turn 1. There's nothing you can do.
I don't think.
Not in this mission anyway.
I don't think the mission does help because it's diagonal.
Yeah, it does help a little.
And it has got enough screening.
Yeah.
So I think Rob can do enough, from my experience as a Kharadron Overlord player, to not lose Nagash, honestly.
Yeah.
And I think the speed from the Grimghasts and the speed from the Vampire Lord on the Zombie Dragon, whatever he's got backing him up, I think he can make the most of his turn 1 back. Gary will try to make sure he shoots whatever he does, and then your opponent's turn 1 is not really a turn 1.
Yeah.
I don't think that
doesn't really help. There's definitely things you
Gary
can
will
do.
be happy with that match, don't get me wrong. He'll be happy to be in it, but I don't know if he can shoot Nagash. Well, we'll find it out for you, no problem. One of the things I'll first be going to have a look at now. I'm worried I've already missed it.
And that's confidence, yeah. So, table 5, Tom Lees versus JP Stevens, 2 just play local players. JP having a great run so far as Deepkin, but Tom doing really well with his Grots as well. So I think that one could go either way. I think, you know, the raw power there, clearly more in the Eels court. But it doesn't take much for Goblins to take a bunch of Eels off either with the Loom Boss command.
You're not going to get through them all.
Yeah, and they are also, depending on how the turns go, you've got the interaction of High Tide with the Mangler Squig abilities and stuff going on as well. So there's, you know, who knows what's going to
happen. Banders aren't bad coming back at him as well.
It's good, be a good scrap, and he's not afraid to lose models because he's got a lot of them against the Deepkin. And then table 6, this is the last of the people who are in contention for maybe a podium spot, depending on how things work out, is Will Spencer's Shooty Cast again, which he's done very well with today. And yesterday against Gaz Holmes, who's also on a slightly different Stormcast build. So
Anvils of the Helden Hammer,
Anvils,
crashing in there.
Really, so maybe you know, Will's is more shooty, and Will's is like the hashtag Stormcastle army. Yeah, like he's just going to sit there and hope he outshoots Gaz. Gaz maybe be more on the offense in that, but really, I guess, you know, this is a game of 40k. Whoever rolls better on the ballistas is probably going to win the game.
Gaz is going to get a lot out of his Eva KT, and he's got the big naughty threat in this game.
He's got a double pile in. I mean, Will's been very, very castled a lot this game, and one thing I haven't seen him do is I haven't seen himself give himself good distance between his screens and his ballistas. I've seen him get caught off once by a double pile, off guard by a double pile once already. So, you know, if Gaz can
cross the screen as well.
Exactly.
So I know that's not the case here, but it shows maybe a slight lack of understanding of how to fend off against things like that. But
if Gaz does get the double evocator pile in going on there, I could see that going his way. But we'll see how that one turns out as well. So that's all the people who are in contention. Easily could go anyway. We have got some painting scores to add on, but I don't think they change any of those things at all.
No.
They're all just default painting scores which everyone's achieved. So yeah, lots to play for. I think if I was going to pick a favourite at this point, or what do you think your favourite for the event would be at this point?
I would pick Mike now.
I think
Chris is a great underdog story in this one, which is brilliant. So it would be awesome if he wanted to take this one down. And I'm not ruling him out by any stretch, but I think Mike can secure that really. I also think Tony can beat James Chalmers. Because I think the amount of points that are invested in a fighting unit when you're going to go up against Tony's Feck, Terrorgeist, what have you, I don't think there's a little bit too much there really.
He struggled a lot last game against Mike Slanesh because again Mike Slanesh is just so killy. You know, the drop lines are are reasonably tough, but they're not tough against real super killer units. They're just gonna
He wiped a load of stuff. Like he killed nearly 50 demonettes when he went in, but the Fiends just wiped them out. And I think that'll be a similar story with the big dragons and that as well.
So Tony maybe for second then as well.
Yeah, I would imagine this to pan out. Mike, Tony, and then Chris's tiebreakers hold up. He takes third from strength of schedule. But the dream is obviously to really spice up. We see Miners at the top. Some draws or something.
Yeah, we are playing focal points, so it can produce draws. Does. And I mean, there's also other people in the contention there. You've got all the people we've just mentioned, depending on some of them are on good strength schedule. Nathan Foster's only lost to Mike Wilson, for example, so high strength schedule. There's a few other ways it could pan out as well. So still a lot of different things that could go on.
Yeah,
quite exciting going into round 5, and I think we're going to go and watch it.
We are. We'll go back to doing some bit of Twitter text coverage on the top tables, with some more player interviews, and if we can get one in as well, we'd like to do another list tech, and hopefully we'll at least get to do one with the winner if possible.
Squeeze a few more in. Yeah, everyone's getting a little bit tired now, so slightly more difficult.
Yeah, there'll be a bit of a rush to go in that. We've obviously got quite a bit to set up for the awards ceremony, of course, which we'll have as well.
Yeah, but we'll get as much in as we can. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll be back soon. Thanks, guys.